you've just seen two videos there. Ramones' wonderful set decoration in Pet Cemetery, and Darren's video that also features Tombstone's Whirlwind. That is great. I hadn't seen that video. I knew, of course, the hand on your album cover. But it's kind of great to just see that sort of single concept play out in a way that's still really transfixing, despite the fact that it's just this green hand crawling around. Where did the idea for that video come from?
I think like actually on the spot from the album cover shoot.
Ah.
So yeah, that was the album cover shoot was already done with the green hand, meaning the concept was already done, and I built the tombstones, and that was the concept for the album cover. And then we decided to do that, and I just suddenly clicked and thought, actually, I have the video idea, the video function on the phone. And so we just did about 15 minutes of moving over. And I thought that would be good for a video clip, and hey presto, there you go. So yeah, that video was done in about 15 minutes, I'd say.
And did you have the Ramones video in mind, or you realized later that maybe there was a parallel?
No, I realized later there was like a similarity between the two, actually. Yeah. That was totally made up on the spot. And then I think it's just because I've been thinking or looking at how the Ramones, well, you're talking about how New Order don't have any great videos, but the Ramones don't have any really great videos either. And so I just because I love them so much, I know how I love Suede, and the Ramones are number two, but they're like both bands that don't have like super iconic, like there's no like classic. Which about Animal Nitro, but the Ramones have like Rock and Roll High School and stuff. But they're kind of teenagey, and they're not just like, they don't have a cool, super cool video. So Pet Cemetery for me, it's not a cool video, but it's just kind of like, I wish they did better in the video front.
Yeah.
It's not like it Smells Like Teen Spirit kind of iconic video that I feel like the Ramones should have, but they never had.
They never had, yeah. But it's, I mean, that Pet Cemetery video is so of its time.
Of its time, absolutely, yeah.
It makes me think of all kinds of like late 80s hair metal videos, and Billy Idol and Bon Jovi, which I'm sure the Ramones
in black and white, cut to the color, and that's what it is. It's the slow motion with them walking in slow motion, and yeah, such a classic band trope.
Yeah.
I think I think but there's a great Noel Gallagher Oasis thing too about live forever. About there's a similar thing where the band is just asked to like walk in slow motion the entire time towards the camera, and that was the only Oasis trick that they had, was that they could walk slowly towards a camera. That was the best they could do.
Yes, talking of early 90s.
They're serious musicians.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, talking of early 90s and great videos, I noticed that Jess in the chat brought up the video for Animal Nitrate by Suede, and we were having a great like off-stream discussion just then about how much Darren and I love Suede, and it's certainly not, it's not one of the first videos that I remember, but the video for Animal Nitrate and the video for the Drowners have like had massive impact on me. I think I was about 11 or 12 when I first saw those videos, and they kind of changed my life. That band changed my life. Like, extraordinary band.
I agree more. That band Suede changed my life. Exactly. I never met you before, Anwen. Never met you before, but I completely agree. Is that the Drowners and Animal Nitrate were like, I grew up in Byron Bay and then moved to Wagga, so I would have been like year 12. I would have been 18 at that time.
Okay.
And just reading the NME, and I remember we mentioned I ordered the Drowners 12-inch single. Took 4 months to arrive, but I kept reading the NME every week about what they've been up to. And I was amazed. I never heard them until the 12-inch arrived. Never saw them on Rage, and the 12-inch arrived, and then just totally fell in love with the band. And it's My Insatiable Ones or something's on the B side of that, and so they're like incredible songs. And then the videos of that too were escapism, because that was the entire Suede aesthetic, was shitty living, but super glamorous at the same time. And, you know, that was kind of like what I was wanting to aspire to.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
There were characters. They were characters, and they were really great.
Yeah. The Animal Nitrate video in particular, it's like just this great moment where, you know, because it's shot on this council estate in London, and you kind of get Brett Anderson kind of, you know, going up the shitty, like, pissy elevator, and then he opens the door, and it's this kind of, it's like that Wizard of Oz moment. It's like this whole new universe, kind of glam universe, but quite perverse and dark at the same time, kind of inside this flat. That was a big one for sure.
Yeah. Big band.
Sorry, I've got a question in the chat about your music video, Darren. It's a technical question, which is that body paint or post tinting or just some really nice lighting for the skin tone?
No, yeah, I went to like the costume shop on Hardware Lane in Melbourne and bought, you know, you buy the green paint, and so we just painted on. There's an artwork of mine where the hair model comes back in called Fortune Teller, and we buy the same green paint again. But yeah, I think for the video shoot, all I did was get Jane, who's the model. I paid for her to get her fingers done, so they're like I designed like a tinted black to orange little symbols on her nails. So she went and got them done for about $100, and then we did the green paint, and that was done. No post. There's no post.
No post. That's
no post.
It must be great though that you're getting questions of people being like, "How did he do that in post?"
Yeah. I don't know how to do post, honestly.
I think that's a skill in of itself, though. Being so good at doing the actual that you don't need to worry about post.
I've got a lot of light. There's a lot of light. There's a lot of lighting. There's like 8 lights. So my studio is filled with tons of like Parco small lights. So that's my kind of technique. There's no flash gear or anything. It's all done with huge theatrical, not huge lights, but a huge number of lights. So there's usually like 12 lights always, and I'm quite good at backlighting, cross lighting, so forth. So, and then everything's just shot straight.
All right. I think we will move to our penultimate section of the night. Anwen, I know you're very excited for this one. Darren, can you please reveal what it is?
What time did before doing The Cure's Just Like Heaven? This is a really great pop song. I put this one on mainly because you should look up on YouTube the making of Just Like Heaven. There's like a half-hour documentary, and that's really fascinating.
Yeah.
That's the only reason why I put this here. It's a simple video. I love the artifice of it. They're on what appears to be I'm going to say, like an English cliff top, I guess is the idea of the video clip. And if you watch the making of, you can just see them standing only a foot off the ground with 30 laborers standing around them, adjusting lights and cloud machines and smoke machines. And it's absolutely fascinating to see them do that. And as a kid, the other cross one for it is like, I think this is the only video ever, or the only thing ever, like where Mary, Robert Smith's wife, appears in the video. She appears as a ghost spinning around at one stage. So that became like a huge Easter egg at the time of like Mary, his wife, appears in the video.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the video for Lullaby, which is a couple of years after this, is definitely another that I would nominate for like a video that had a really strong impact on me at quite a young age. I was really freaked out by that video. It's the one with all the spider webs and stuff in it. And yeah, that video gave me the shivers.
And they played the guitars in that weird way. They played like them as dolls, I think, in that video.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was like the Just Like Heaven thing was an influence on the one after, which is one of mine called Boys Die Young, which again was shot in the studio. And was just a similar situation where it looks like they're outside in a forest, but really we're in a 4x4 meter room, and it's a bunch of fairy lights taped to the wall with some hired plants. And that was basically how we did that one.
Cool. Well,
The
let's
cure with a budget, and then me without a budget. That's how I describe it.
so let's enjoy those two videos.